What's going on, guys? I am Cameron, and I am the founder of Best in the World Wrestling News, and I'm back with a video. Sorry about the long delay in uploading new ones. I've just been busy lately, but as WrestleMania comes closer, during the road to WrestleMania, I will make sure I put up some more videos for you guys. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the road to WrestleMania 29. I'm also going to mainly just talk about WrestleMania 29 itself. And I'm going to talk about basically the matches, like basically all the matches that we either know is going to happen and we're waiting for them to be confirmed, and the ones that we already are aware of. Those are basically just mainly like the main event matches are just all featuring part-time workers. Like we have The Rock, who's a part-time wrestler who is actually a WWE champion, which I don't want to see as WWE champion because like he doesn't deserve it. And it's not that he's a part-time worker, because part-time workers could be WWE champion. That's not really the problem. It's just that like it wasn't booked correctly. That was my only problem with that. Then we have Brock Lesnar and Triple H. That match is not confirmed yet, but it probably and definitely will happen. Uh, We've already seen this match before, but that's not really the problem with it. Like, this is the second time we're seeing it. It's not like John Cena and The Rock were supposed to be once in a lifetime. Like, that's kind of, I'm going to view stuff like if we see something more than once, that's fine, I guess. But, like, if we see it, like, more than twice at least, like, if it's, like, a big storyline, like, we could see matches like Randy Orton and Wade Barrett. Yes, they will be good, but how many times have we seen that match before? It's stuff like that. Those are the type of matches like I have problems with. But like if it's just like a John Cena versus CM Punk match, I'm not gonna complain about that. That's gonna be a good match. No problem with that. Just like some of these other matches, they're gonna be good. It's just that we've like seen it before, and like we need someone else to get like some spotlight and an opportunity. Like the only match this year that like I'm looking forward to mostly already, and the best match to me so far, and the one that's going to feature like the two talent like going after that belt, is Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger. That's like the number one match so far that features everything you'd want in a WrestleMania match. Alberto Del Rio, you got the top face on SmackDown who's champion. You got Jack Swagger who's going up there and he's starting to become the top heel. And you have these two guys going after the World Heavyweight title, and they're both fresh talent. And that's just basically what WrestleMania should all be about. Like, I'm not saying that certain guys like John Cena, for example, say what you want about him, John Cena does deserve a WrestleMania match. I am not a John Cena fan, so I just don't say anything about me and just don't act like that I'm like a Cena mark. But everyone who works hard and everyone that is a star deserves a WrestleMania match. Like, we also have The Undertaker and CM Punk, and Undertaker is also probably the biggest part-time worker in WWE, just because of the fact that the guy only wrestles like once a year. And this year it's probably going to be the first year, maybe like in or actually this year is not going to be one match. It's going to be two because of the fact he had a house show match in Waco, Texas. Yeah, they just had him go up there, and apparently the reason why was just because not only was it near his house, they just want to bring him up there and just see what he did. He really didn't do that much in that match, from what I was informed. But I am excited to see the Undertaker and CM Punk match. Like, Undertaker, I think the guy should be done. Like, I am Undertaker, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. But there comes a time where like you should just step out of the ring. And Undertaker is at only 48, and there are other legends that are older that still compete today. But the reason why is because Undertaker really doesn't have anything left to prove. He already is 20-0 at WrestleMania. He already, like, no one's ever going to top that streak. And I don't want to see him like get in a match like with somebody I know for sure they will give the streak to. Like, for example, you have CM Punk, who definitely is not going to end the streak, and it is like a drop in star power, I guess you could say, like from recent years, but it's still good. I think that basically the second tier, CM Punk's not second tier, he's a superstar. But I think that sometimes second tier guys, maybe at Ziggler's, Barrett's, and guys at that level should get an Undertaker match. The only reason why they give it to like the big names and the big superstars is because they made the streak into something big. Like years ago, like that was not the case. Where he was facing Randy Orton, and he was facing Kane, and he was facing Mark Henry. Nobody really was interested into the streak, and if you were, well then there's that. But I'm just saying that WWE didn't always hype it up. Like when he faced Batista, that's when the streak started to get brought up a lot more, and that's like where, like even before, like they acknowledged the streak, of course, but like the streak, that wasn't really like the main reason why like you'd tune into the pay-per-view. Like there are a lot of people out there that will buy this WrestleMania pay-per-view just so they could see that match. And I'm not sure really, like speaking of like buy the pay-per-view and like that stuff, I do not know if the buy rates are going to be up this year. Like they do have like a lot better like, and they do have like a lot better and bigger names than they did last year in this card, so like it could be up higher. But I will say that the John Cena and The Rock match, the rematch from last year for the WWE title, that is not going to be bigger than it was last year. WWE Championship, they thought adding that could add a little flair to it. The WWE title means nothing. It is so easy to become a champion in WWE nowadays, and really the most prestigious championship right now that's like basically gonna, to me it's basically like the belt that like I'd most likely want to see. That's the World Heavyweight title. To me, that belt is not treated well, but to me, I think that it takes a lot more to become World Heavyweight Champion in the WWE title than to be like WWE Champion. So like I'd put the World Heavyweight title over the WWE title. Even though it's not like that at all. I'm not saying it is. It's just like in my opinion, I just think that's just how it is because it takes a lot more work and a lot more ethic like to be that champion than WWE champion. Now you have guys like CM Punk who's champion, who is a very well deserving champion, and you have guys that work hard to win that belt. But then you have the other big names that come in and like they want the belt, so WWE's obviously not gonna tell them no. So like that's the reason why like you see guys like The Rock in 2013, yes 2013, not like 2000 or 1999. That's why you see people like him come into WWE, wrestle a couple matches, then they get a shot at the belt, then they're champion. That's just how easy it is. And maybe The Rock and Cena this year will be better than last year. Maybe it'll be good. But like I'm just not excited for it. I'm not really excited for that many matches this year. Like Undertaker and CM Punk, I'm excited for. But like I just hope that they make CM Punk far more credible and have a better opportunity of beating the Undertaker. Where there's so many haters out there that like would stop watching WWE if they gave it to CM Punk. If they gave the streak to CM Punk, do I think it's the right choice? No. Would I be pissed and like never watch it again? No. I'd much rather see somebody like CM Punk and the streak instead of seeing a guy that's not even there all year round. Or I wouldn't want to even see a guy like Cena who is overrated, maybe the most overrated guy that they have. There's other overrated guys, but maybe I could say that he's number one, and I just don't want to see them on the streak. Like people say, oh, he could go out winning, but yes, he could win that. And that match is not even set or confirmed, but like it's gonna happen. Like it's bound to happen eventually. Like I would have a hard time believing that they never did a CM Punk and not CM Punk, I mean a John Cena and Undertaker WrestleMania match. Yes, that match happened before, but now it would be bigger than ever. But it's WWE's choice. Like I don't know if WWE would do that. Like yes, it'd be big, but it's not gonna be bigger than Cena and Rock because Undertaker is not a bigger name than The Rock is, unfortunately. You could say that, like, it's just more people are gonna know who The Rock is than Undertaker. It's just because The Rock's a movie star, so he's brought even people that weren't WWE or even wrestling fans. He's brought in those people into the mix, and he's gotten like them to like want to watch it just because they just want to see The Rock wrestle. And it's just stuff like that. That's why WWE brings in the celebrities and the big time names because that's all they can do now. Because they obviously don't believe that building up new stars and building up fresher talent, they don't believe that anymore is the solution to like making it like more worthy to watch. Like here's like how Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger is. You have Jack Swagger, nice, young, fresh, good talent. He can wrestle, not so much talk on the mic, but that's why he has Zeb Coulter as manager. And yeah, people have been like accusing them of being racist, and even like Glenn Beck, he even like trashed WWE completely, where he could be trashing far more other things than just WWE in that whole angle because WWE has done far worse things. We have JBL chasing the illegals out where, yes, that was hilarious, but like that was bad. Then you had Muhammad Hassan, and he was like where that was a good character too, but that one they kind of crossed the line that day because it was a tape show like on Tuesday, and then like then the UPN and they decided to air that footage of like where he and like those masked guys attacked the Undertaker, and that was a day of the bombings in London, and that wasn't good. And they even had like, I believe they had time like to even like fix that, and they could like stop that like from airing. But WWE's just done far worse things than like this Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter thing is, and lots of these people around the world like just take things completely wrong. And Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter, no matter whether you like them or not, they are actually right about what they are saying about how these people are coming into our country and taking away our jobs and stuff like that. Like they are right about that. I do agree with that. I just I don't know. Maybe Glenn Beck like wasn't against WWE. Maybe like they just maybe he was just against the fact that like they were like portraying like the Tea Party. And I know that there's like some people out there that like were offended by it like for political reasons because they felt that Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter and like WWE were making them feel racist. But like that's just not the case. It's an angle. It's like not real. It is scripted. That's another thing about this. Like you could like this or don't like it. I do like this. Where I'm not anti-Mexican at all. No. And if that was the case, then like I can understand how it was offending people. But to me, if it's scripted and if it's not real, then it's not racist because it's not like it was real and like they meant this like from the heart and they were like completely against like Mexicans or like Muhammad Hassan, like he was completely against Americans or just stuff like that. Like it's just like not true when it's just like not like the case. Like I'm like Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter like America. In reality, they probably nothing against Mexicans, and it's been a pretty good storyline, I'd say. And that's basically about it. There's before I get off of this video, what I was gonna say is there's also a rumored match which is definitely probably bound to happen, and that's between Ryback and Mark Henry. And I'm pretty sure Ryback's gonna win. That wouldn't make me happy because I'm actually starting to like Mark Henry. I'm a fan of his character. I like the Hall of Pain, and I like that thing that he's got going for himself. I think that he's got a pretty good move going for him, and I hope it goes well for him. He is towards the end of his career probably, and I'd like Mark Henry to win that. But guys, remember to Follow me on Twitter at CameronTheGuy13, and peace out.